another day in the daily antidote of song. Right here where the magic happens every day. This is day 1986. Did y'all hear me? 1986 days that we have been sharing music with phenomenal singers and song leaders from around the world. I'm Kathy Bullock coming to you from Kentucky. Welcome everybody. Welcome those who are joining us on YouTube and on Facebook. Welcome to our fabulous folks who are right here on Zoom with us. We have a special guest. I'm so excited. Her first time joining us, y'all. Woo! Just wait. Hold on to your seats for Miss Iona. We'll be with her in just a second. You'll see. Oh, and she's gorgeous. Anyway, all right. So before we go any further, let me welcome each one of you who have joined us today for this fabulous day. Like every day is fabulous, really, at the Daily Antidote of Song. And I'm not biased at all. It's fabulous. And it's all coordinated by our fearless leader, Joe Rossi. Joe, give it up for Joe. Woo, 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 woo. I have to do that every time I say her name. Welcome, Susan. Good to see you in Cincinnati. Welcome, Deanna and Victoria, British Columbia. Welcome, Nan in Michigan, Marion in Brighton, Sue in Seattle, Mabel and her bears, Carolyn in D.C., Athena. Welcome, Linda in Orcas Islands, Neil in Boston, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Annette in California, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Julie in Ontario, Arlene, lovely, in Berkeley, Kathy in Colorado, Bob in Albany, Laris in UK, Storm in the Zoomiverse, Tony Backer. Tony, thank you for making it possible for this great Iona to be with us. You are connecting. Gary in Massachusetts, good to see you. And Sheila in Florida, Dally in Maryland, Oda in British Columbia, Anna in Boston, who is our tech person, our mighty tech person, thank you. Linda in California, Nancy in Washington, Jen, hey Jen and Jenny in Suffolk of the UK, and welcome Lynn in Connecticut, Deb in Tucson, the Curly Tops in Vermont, Penny in Victoria, British Columbia, Aloysius in Massachusetts, and Robin in Silver Spring, Maryland. I think we got everybody. Wow! Join me, take a deep breath in and blow it out. Why? Because we can, y'all. Because we can. We're another day of life. I mean, aren't you excited? We get to do it. If we messed up yesterday, we have today and tomorrow. And if yesterday was wonderful, we got another wonderful day. All of it's good. Now, I get to introduce the great Iona, or Iona. It's Iona, right? Fyfe.
Yeah, it's Iona. Yeah.
Iona
Yes.
Fyfe, coming to us from Aberdeen in Scotland. I am so excited. This youngin' right here, I say youngin' because just fearless and fantastic. She is an award-winning singer and songwriter and performer and activist, and particularly in Scottish traditional music and language, in the Scots language. In fact, one of the founders of making that Scots language something to be up and taken account of. She'll tell you a little bit more about that later. In the meantime, in between time, we get to hear her share some music with us today. Iona, I'm giving you a warm welcome from the Daily Antidote of Song family. Join me, everybody. Iona, take it away.
Hey, this song, we're going to do 2 songs in total. This one is called Braw Sailin on the Sea. I'm going to teach you the chorus. My internet's a bit funky because I'm in a hotel right now. I'm just admitting some people in. Here is line 1, chorus 1. And it's braw sailing on the sea. So it means, and it's braw sailing on the sea. And it's braw sailing on the sea. That's line 1. Line 2. Fan wind and weather's fair. Fan wind and weather's fair. That's line 2. Here's line 3. It's better to be in my love's arms. It's better to be in my love's arms. Line 4. And Ogan I were there. And Ogan I were there. Now let's put line 1 and 2 together, then we'll do 3 and 4. There's a few drops of Scots words in there. Better to be, like instead of to be. Love's airms, love's arms, and O gin I were there, meaning an O if I were there. So this isn't in full Scots, but there's a few words dropped in. So line 1 and 2. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. And again, you join in. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. Line 3 and 4. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. Let's do all the chorus together. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. Okay, now we all know the chorus. Am I right in saying, Kathy, that I breathe into the whole song and you guys, I'll take you in for the chorus?
Right. Yes, we're ready. We are ready. Yeah.
Here we go. Braw Sailin on the Sea. Here come a letter late yestreen, our ship maun sail the morn. Alas, cried the bonny lass, that ever I was born. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. And Fanny come to her father's hoose at 12 o'clock at noon. The lassie bein proved hairtit, she widna let him in. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. And it's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. He's ta'en the ring fae his pocket, it cost him guineas 3. Says, tak ye that, my bonny lass, and I think weel o' me. She's ta'en the ring fae her pocket, it cost him shillings 9. Says, tak ye that, my bonny lad, for I hae changed my mind. And it's braw sailing on the sea, fan wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Ogan I were there. It's braw drinking Glasgow beer, it's better drinking wine. But it's better to be in my love's arms, for I've been mony's the time. There came a letter late yestreen, and knew his hairtit's torn. And he'll sit sae late wi' his true love, but he'll pair to her the morn. And it's braw sailing on the sea, when wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and Hogan and I were there.
Oh, that's beautiful. And Hogan, I was there.
Oh, beautiful,
Oh,
Kathy. You're some
yes.
talent on the
Oh
piano.
my God, that was so beautiful. Tell us about the song and why you sang it.
Well, it's a great song for introducing folks to the Scots language. It's not really, really broad. It's in quite a standard Scots. It is a traditional song, but it's not a bothy ballad or a traditional ballad. It's something from the Greg Duncan Folk Song Collection, which is a really important song collection from my area in Aberdeenshire. At the turn of the 20th century, there were two men. One was called Reverend James Duncan, and one was called Gavin Gregg, and they set out to go and find what they thought were the last echelons, the last leaves of the traditional ballads in the area, and they came back with over 3,000 full songs, ballads, texts, and fragments.
Did you
Um,
say 3,000?
yeah, 3,000!
Whoa!
A huge body of work, and it took the University of Aberdeen decades upon decades after the men's deaths to collate it into what is now called the Greg Duncan Folk Song Collection. It's an 8 volume collection, and I would say it's in most traditional singers' wheelhouse to want a copy or to have a copy of this collection. It's just wonderful.
Wow, wow, and wow, the Duncan collection. And so you've been going, did you say you've been going all through this collection? And we had to get our the Yorkie, he was making some noises where you were talking, so we had to get rid. Okay, so did you say that you have gone through that collection?
Um, I wouldn't. I've got the collection, 8 volumes. I'd be lying to say that I had went through the whole gamut. But there is amazing online references where if you're looking for a song, for a text or fragment of the song, you can put that lyric in, and a scholar at Hamburg has basically put mainly Norfolk. I'm sure we all probably have been on mainlynorfolk.com at some point if we're interested in traditional songs and folk songs. You can very easily find out what song belongs to what book. It's not
Wow.
digitized yet, but it
That-
hopefully will be. It took me 15 years to get all 8 volumes, and it kind of
15 years, you said?
begs,
So you
it
were
left.
2 years old when you started, must have been.
Oh, bless Kathy. Um, it is a really special collection, and the Northwest of
Yes.
Scotland has been thought of as the ballad heartland of the English-speaking world for a long time. Many scholars, I'm pretty biased, but in the child ballad collection, there's over 91 of his A texts from my region in Scotland alone. So 91 out of what, 305? So it is
Wow.
people have combed over my region for years and years. People like Lomax and Goldstein and
Yes.
James Madison Carpenter from Mississippi also
Yes.
traveled to the northeast of Scotland.
Wow, y'all need to learn more about this and all of what Iona is doing in the various things. Her information is in the chat in terms of her finding out more about her. But please tell us about your work with the Scots traditional language, because I think that is really at your heart, one of the things that's close to your heart.
Oh, 100%. So in Scotland, we've got Scottish Standard English, which is the way that people would speak to you just in English. We've got Gaelic, which is the Celtic language. There's around 50,000 fluent native speakers, which is maybe only 1 to 2% of the population. But there's so many speakers in North America learning on Duolingo, over 500,000. So that's amazing. That's Gaelic. Scots is a wee bit different. If you came to Aberdeen, people would be speaking the Doric dialect of the Scots language. It's quite, I find it's quite European. There's lots of shared words with Danish, Norwegian, German, things like grun for ground, efter for after, to gang ut for udgang for exit. Even if you said 1 to 12, it sounds far more Germanic than it does like typical English or Celtic, for example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nicht for night. It's a really unique language, but over 2.4 million people said in 2022 that they speak it, understand it, or read it. But up until this year, it was not actually recognised as a legal formal language. But on the 1st of August, the bill passed royal assent, which means that Scots, as well as Gaelic and English, are the three national languages of Scotland and protected as such under law.
And you were the founder of the movement that drove this thing. What?
Well, the movement has been long before I was even born.
Right. I mean, one of the
Oh,
organizations.
100%. But we're standing on the shoulders of giants. But in
Yes.
2020, we had a lot of spare time, a lot of us that
I
weren't
know.
we weren't doing
COVID.
anything. So we had heaps of time to create content online in Scots, whether that be music, screenplays, whatever, and also lobby our politicians. There was an election in Scotland in 2021, and we got pretty much most candidates from most parties, cross-party consensus, to say that they would help support Scots and pass the bill, and that was really special. So we had a lot of time on our hands in 2020
Thank,
that maybe previous activists in the 80s or the 90s didn't
thank
have.
you.
We were using
Thank
it
you,
on.
Iona, for being on fire with this and moving forward and continuing passionately to share the history, the traditions, and the culture. I think we have time. You had a second song that you were going to share with us. And before we do that, make sure everybody knows you were born in Aberdeen, right? And you travel around the world. And after the second song, maybe you'll tell us you'll be in the States doing some performances and stuff. Well, maybe tell us now. Where will you be?
Yeah, I'll tell you now. I'm going to put something in the chat. I've
Okay.
moved out to work in North America. I've spent a lot of my time on the board of Folk Alliance International down in Kansas City.
Okay.
I will be in Massachusetts and Maine next month. I've put my dates there. Unfortunately, we haven't been so successful in filling everything out. I've got a few open slots days where I really want to put house concerts and workshops in. So I've put my dates there. I'm going to be in Bangor, Freeport, Cambridge, and Northampton. But there's some open days that I want to get filled. So if anyone has any help, leads, please put them my way. But I
We
absolutely
should talk. We should talk, Iona, because I will be nearby. I'm in Kentucky now, but I will be nearby you in October at a school, college there. We will talk also.
incredible.
Absolutely. But woo, this is a road trip to everybody. Bus to Cambridge and to Massachusetts and to Maine. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. But let me stop because we want to hear the second song.
Another wee thing. On the 23rd of September, I'll be doing a
Oh yeah.
full hour 15 workshop on Zoom in Scots language, and we'll have load and songs, so we'll have much more time. It's to celebrate European Folk Day, which is cool.
Wow.
So that I'm just organising that myself. I'm going to put the lyrics into the chat here. You guys might know this melody, hopefully, and I've changed it a wee bit. The story behind the song is a bit long-winded. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but in 2021, in May, there was a really unfortunate thing that happened in Glasgow, but the community came together and it was truly, truly beautiful. We have quite a multicultural country in Scotland, extremely welcoming. Our NHS, our like social services, the bedrock of that is migrants, and I'm very, very passionate about that. Unfortunately, the UK government as a whole is quite hostile towards these people in really horrific ways. And in the last few weeks, I'm not sure if y'all have been keeping up with the news, it's been really, really bad. The rhetoric has been horrific. There's been some big billionaires in this world putting out really horrible sentiments about humans. And it's very much coming over to Scotland and to the UK, and we are not immune to that here. And in 2021, there was a huge spate of dawn raids, detention vehicles sent out into communities, mostly in the central belt of Scotland, Glasgow, Edinburgh, that kind of belt there. And a lot of these people, men, women, and children, not just, men, they were sent to detention centres like Carstairs, awaiting deportation from Scotland. But the issue is constitutionally, Scotland wants those people because we need those people. but the UK government are the people who decide if they can or can't stay. So there was a bit of an undermining that day because it was the first day of the new parliamentary term in Scotland, and all of the decision makers were busy taking their oaths and affirmations. And that same morning, the Home Secretary of the UK sent all of these immigration vans, ICE effectively, to forcibly remove people from their homes and put them into vans. And in my neighbourhood in Glasgow, someone saw this and tweeted and got the word out and basically stopped the van from going. And 10 hours later, 8, 9, 10 hours later, the men were removed from the van and given proper legal representation. So we call that the Kenmure Street protest, and you can learn more about that online. I wrote this lyrics, but I think you will know who wrote the melody and the lyrics before. So yeah, here's the chorus. Let me teach you it line by line. The suits down in Whitehall make justifications. Okay, line 1. The suits down in Whitehall make justifications. Line 2. For tearing a family apart in the street. For tearing a family apart in the street. Okay. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees, and all they will call you will be deportees. Let's do that all together now. I see you guys singing. I wish I could hear you all. Okay. The suits down in Whitehall make justifications for tearing a family apart in the street. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. Okay, let's do the whole song, if that's okay. We've got time. And
We do. Let's go all the way through. This is so profound. Oh my God. Where can we find this song?
If you just type in Kenmure, I'll write it in the chat.
Okay.
I've never put it out on iTunes or Spotify or anything, only on YouTube. For me, it feels really weird to, yeah, it's here.
Let's go. I didn't want to take any extra time. I just wanted us to hear it again, but please sing it.
Okay.
Let us all sing together.
The city is quiet and morning is breaking. The people are making their daily commute. But down in the south side they've spied a big white van. The government say they're to end a dispute. Over to men who settled and thrived in this nation, who made it their home and who worked all their lives. Torn from their homes on the holiest day, and judged by the press through bigoted eyes. The suits down in Whitehall make justification for tearing a family apart in the street. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. But the people of Glasgow, they took to the streets, defending their neighbours raided at dawn. For 8 hours they sat there chanting and singing, your home is in Glasgow, you're where you belong. The suits down in Whitehall make justifications for tearing a family apart in the street. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. So think of that woman who makes the decisions, who wears her posh suit and who smirks at the press. She thinks taking back control means deporting our people, instead of the issues she ought to address. No one is illegal, no matter where you come from. We're still toiling through Westminster's lies. The system is broken, but we see a way out. It's time now for people to stand up and rise. The suits down in Whitehall make justifications for tearing a family apart in the street. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be. Is this the best way we can grow our own nation? How can we move forward if we can't agree? And they shouldn't be sent to ride the big airplane when all they will call you will be deportees.
All they will call you will be deportees. Oh my gosh, that is so profound. And it's so relevant not just to Scotland, Iona, but right here in the United States and all over the world. What a powerful message to close us with. And all they will call you will be deportees. Woo! That's
I'd love to hear you sing the whole thing.
That's so deep. That's so deep. We gotta talk. I was just in Glasgow last month, and I agree with you. Everybody is so welcoming, and they're fabulous hosts, and it's diverse, and it's a wonderful thing, and we can learn so much, and we do share that. Trust me, there's parts of our United States who do share those same sentiments of welcoming and love and joy, reminding us of that. We have to.
Every time I'm there, I absolutely love visiting. I've got so many friends going, "Oh, Iona, is it sure it's the right time to go there?" And I say, "Yes, always, always." The most beautiful people I've seen at gigs.
And you are one of them, Iona. You are one of those beautiful people, and doing so many things, and in so many positive ways. I thank you for sharing with us here at the Daily Antidote Song. Everybody join me in thanking Iona. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my gosh. First time but not the last. Yes. Woo, that was, I'm holding on. Wow. Not just there in Scotland, I'm telling you, right in our own communities, right here, all over, and that's a powerful song. Thank you so much for it. I'm going to take a moment and let you all know about what's happening the rest of this week. Ooh, I still have, oh my goodness, you brought me to tears. That was the beautiful Iona Fyfe, who was with us from Aberdeen in Scotland. We have Flawn Williams coming to us from Maryland on Tuesday. Juan Diaz is coming to us from, I put down where he's coming from, and then I couldn't read my writing. Chicago. Elena's coming from DC. Elena. And then we have Kate Clifford from Rhode Island that Elena says she knows, has connected with already. Then we have Eugene coming to us from Tennessee. And then Phil Hogg coming to us from the UK. I was visiting with him actually a little more than a month ago in the UK. So we have a jam-packed, filled, exciting week of phenomenal singers. Again, our thanks to you, Iona, for just bringing this richness of Scots tradition and song and culture and joy.
Thank you for having me. Thanks to everyone at the Daily Antidote, and to Kathy Bullock. What a wonderful, wonderful host and musician.
Oh my goodness, give me a big old hug. Oh my God. Oh, don't you just want to do that? Thank you everybody who's joining us from wherever you're joining us from, whether it's YouTube or what's the other, Facebook, or you're here on the Zoom. I get to say goodbye to everybody who's here today, and remembering tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow. So let me, oh, that song. I forgot the rest of it. Woo! Thank you, Iona. Oh my goodness, it's the Tufara. Mohammed, we are so happy to see you in your picture. Thank you for joining us today. Wow. And Susan from Cincinnati, Marion from Brighton, Sue in Seattle. Thank you, Bob and Mabel in Massachusetts, Carolyn in DC. Thank you, Athena in Brooklyn, who's been working with us as a staff at the Daily Antidote of Song. And then there's our Joe, who's joining us from DC today. Linda in Orcas Islands, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Annette in California, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Kathy in Colorado, and Bob in Albany, Hoda in British Columbia, Laris in Kentucky, in the UK, thank you, the United Kingdom, Diana in British Columbia, Sydney, thank you for joining us, Sydney, and Deb in Tucson, Deli in Maryland, Gary in Massachusetts, Kathy in California, Linda in California. I'm getting all the names, everything all mixed up because I'm just rattled by the song. I'm telling you, it's just resonating all through me. Sheila in Florida, Ann in Massachusetts, Storm in Massachusetts, Fred in Silver Spring, Linda in Concord, Massachusetts, Trish in Victoria, British Columbia, and Tony, thank you for making this even possible by bringing this wonderful Iona to our Daily Antidote of Song community. Thank you, Tony. Anna in Boston is one of our fabulous movers and shakers there at Carpe Diem. Thank you for all of your tech work. Nancy in Washington State. Jen, who is new today. Welcome, Jen. We're so happy to see you. Jenny in Suffolk, the UK. Lynn in Connecticut. The Curly Tops in Vermont. Kitty in Victoria, British Columbia, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Elizabeth in California. Let's see, we have Louise in British Columbia, Julie in Ontario, Christine in Ottawa. And I think that's everybody who have got to say hello. Thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same magic. Thank all of you for joining us.